Hello friends and my dear students, welcome back to my channel Phoenix Physics. Today we are going to learn propagation of errors. Simply we can say the effects on a function by a variable's uncertainty is propagation of errors. Mostly errors are due to instrumental error or personal error. It is not possible to take exact measurement. I hope you know that. Suppose I am going to measure the length of this duster. Say the length is 7.5 centimeter. That is, the actual length of the duster is 7.5 centimeter. But I measured as 7.7, 7.3, 7.4, 7.6, etc. These are my readings. Look at these readings. Each reading has some error compared to the true value, right? If I substitute the values in the formula, the final result will also get some error, right? So, the errors in the final result depends on two factors. One is individual measurement, next one is nature of mathematical operation performed to get the result. What is this mathematical operation? It can be addition or subtraction or multiplication or division power. These are the mathematical operation. Let us see one by one. The effects in the sum of two quantities. Consider A and B are the two measured values. A is equal to A plus or minus delta A and B is equal to B plus or minus delta B. Do you remember the format? If you take single measurement, the value will be in the range A is nothing but AM plus or minus delta AM. So this is the general format, and you know that AM is our true value and this one is absolute error. Same way, instead of this, I have written like this, A plus or minus delta A. Why I have written plus or minus symbol? See, consider this example. My first reading is 7.7. So this is one measurement. How do you write this measurement? I can write it as 7.7. I can write it as 7.5 plus 0.2. Same way, I can write 7.3 as 7.5 minus 0.2. So this is my actual value, this is my error value. Okay. So either we can add this error value to the original value, or we can subtract this error from the original value. That is why I have written plus or minus symbol here based on this format. So A and B are the two measured values, A plus or minus delta A and B plus or minus delta B. Here delta A and delta B are our absolute values. Here Z is equal to A plus B. This measured values A and B has some error. If you add these two quantities, definitely the total also get some error. I am denoting that error is delta Z. So delta Z is the error in Z. How do you write this delta Z in Z? Z plus or minus delta Z is equal to A plus B. So I have written like this. Now substitute A and B value. Z plus or minus delta Z is equal to A is A plus or minus delta A, this plus symbol, B plus or minus delta B. Just rearrange this A and B. A plus B plus or minus delta A plus or minus delta B. Z plus or minus delta Z is equal to A plus B, like this. What is this A plus B? This is our Z. Okay. So Z plus or minus delta Z is equal to Z plus or minus delta A plus or minus delta B. So cancel this Z and this Z. So finally you can get plus or minus delta Z is equal to plus or minus delta A plus or minus delta B. I have 4 possibilities. What are they? You can write plus delta A and plus delta B, or minus delta A and plus delta B, plus delta A and minus delta B, minus delta A and minus delta B. These are the 4 possibilities I can write. Last possibility is minus delta A plus delta B. I have taken minus outside. So these are the 4 possibilities. Okay. Or simply we can say the Z value lies between here minus delta A plus delta B2 plus delta A2 plus delta B. So these two are, this is my maximum possibility, this is my minimum possibility. That's why I have written like this. So Z lies between minus delta A plus delta B or delta A plus delta B. Here I am considering the maximum possibility of error in Z. So you can take this maximum possibility alone. So delta Z is equal to delta A plus delta B. Or we can say errors are always added, it cannot be subtracted. Don't forget this, errors are always added together. We cannot subtract one error with another error. So it cannot be subtracted. The maximum possible error in Z is equal to the sum of absolute error in the individual quantities. Just now we saw the derivation, errors in the sum of 2 quantities. Based on that, one example problem is given. 2 resistance R1 is equal to 100 plus or minus 3 ohm, R2 is equal to 150 plus or minus 2 ohm are connected in series. What is their equivalent resistance? What is given? R1 is given, R1 is equal to 100 plus or minus 3 ohm, and R2 is given 150 plus or minus 2 ohm. We are going to find out equivalent resistant, that is capital R. How do you find out equivalent resistant? Here they have given one clue. These resistance are connected in series. Series means we can add 2 resistance, R1 plus R2. So this is nothing but errors in the sum of 2 quantities format. You know that errors in the sum of 2 quantities means delta Z is equal to A plus B plus or minus delta A plus delta B. Substitute the values in this formula. Here this is my A and this is my B. So add the 2 quantities, 100 plus 150 plus or minus, this is my delta A and this is my delta B. So 3 plus 2. So final answer is 100 plus 150, 250 plus or minus 5 ohm. This is my equivalent resistance. One is errors in the difference of 2 quantities. Here the same A and B are the 2 measured values, that is A is equal to plus or minus delta A and B is equal to plus or minus delta B, and delta A and delta B are the absolute error. I hope you know that. Next we are going to find out the difference. So here Z can be taken as Z is equal to A minus B because we are going to find out the difference. So Z is equal to A minus B. Same way, these two values have some errors. Definitely the resultant Z has also some error. So we can write it as delta Z is the error in Z. Z can be written as Z plus or minus delta Z is equal to A minus B. Substitute the value A plus or minus delta A minus B is B plus or minus delta B. This is our Z plus or minus delta Z. Okay, just to rearrange this, A minus B, this plus or minus delta A, this minus, so I can write it as minus or plus delta B. Okay, here this is my delta A and here I have delta plus or minus delta B. Outside the bracket I have minus, so I have written as minus or plus delta B. This is Z plus or minus delta Z. You know that A minus B is nothing but our Z. So substitute the value A minus B is equal to Z plus or minus delta A minus or plus delta B. Cancel this Z. Final answer is delta Z is equal to plus or minus delta A minus or plus delta B. Here also there are four possibilities: plus plus, minus plus, plus minus, minus minus. There are four possibilities, but we are considering the maximum possibilities, or we can say Z lies between minus delta A plus delta B2 plus delta A plus delta B. This is my maximum possibility, this is my minimum possibility, but I have considered only the maximum possibility of error in Z. So delta Z can be written as delta A plus delta B. Why? Because I am considering maximum possibility of error in Z. Or we can say errors are always added together. The maximum possibility of error in the difference of two quantity is equal to the sum of absolute error in the individual quantities. Just now we discussed about errors in the difference of two quantities. Based on this, one example problem is given. The temperatures of two bodies measured by a thermometer are T1 is equal to 20 plus or minus 0.5 degrees centigrade, T2 is equal to 50 plus or minus 0.5 degrees centigrade. Calculate the temperature difference and the error therein. Okay, what is given? T1 is given, that is 20 plus or minus 0.5 degrees centigrade. T2 is given, that is 50 plus or minus 0.5 degrees centigrade. We are going to find out the temperature difference, that is T2 minus T1. Substitute the value. T2 is 50 plus or minus 0.5 minus T1 is 20 plus or minus 0.5. Okay. So what is the formula for errors in the difference of two quantities? Means A minus B plus or minus delta A plus delta B. This is the format. Here what is our A? A is 50. What is our B? B is 20. This then plus or minus delta A is 0.5 plus delta B is 0.5. Substitute all the values. The final answer is 50 minus 20, 30 plus or minus 0.5 plus 0.5, 1 degree centigrade. This is our answer. Just substitute the values in the formula, you can get the answer. I hope this video is useful to you. If you like my video, please share and subscribe my video. Thank you.